Hey,
we up in that bed. 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 Yeah.
Okay. What's up, y'all?
What's good, y'all?
We are back with another stream.
Second stream to be exact. We number
Feel me?
2. We 2 for 2.
2 for 2 right now, baby. Consistency is key.
Do we need to introduce ourselves in each one? I think so, just so people know who we are.
Probably. I'm Mimi.
I'm Zizi.
And we are
The
AyeeeTwins. So you talking about
Hey. Hold on. Let me just log in. Let me do this little login right quick.
Yeah, we about to do some reactions real quick to a couple clips we seen going viral around TikTok, Instagram, all that good stuff.
Yeah. We gonna talk about the last stream.
The last stream?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, last stream we did we went to the GNS concert. That joint was cool. Yeah, actually, I would say I thought that he was gonna bring some DC artists out, maybe like open. You know what I'm saying? Especially because he had said them during the show. Well, not especially, but he ended up saying coincidentally during the show that he thought that SZA said it that he thought that this was gonna be the best crowd. Actually, no, he said that shit too. Actually,
Yeah, I think they both said that.
He said DC was gonna be the best crowd. So I'm like, bro, why ain't you bring us a special guest there? Come on, we would have showed out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I feel like especially because DJ Mustard was up there. He did his set for like the first probably like hour, I think, but he came more late, so it was really like 30 minutes.
Yeah, he was late. Next time.
It was definitely
time.
It was definitely late. Definitely late. He did stay on a little bit after, but yeah, I mean, even his set was cool, but it was like West Coast coded type. But I don't know. I feel like it would have been better if he would have played a couple like local songs because we got a lot of local celebrities around here in DMV. So I think he could have, you know, did us a little better justice. But overall, the show was bomb. I can't complain about the show.
Matter of fact, shirt. I'm about to say, show him the shirt.
The shirt, yo, shout out to the black dude who was selling them.
Support black owned.
Sorry, Kendrick, your shit was too expensive.
And it was and the line was too long.
The line was long set.
I'm sorry.
Nigga called us right outside, $20.
Yeah, that was the best we could do. I'm sorry. We made it work. It was cool though. Look at this fucking.
I was just about to say, I ain't never seen that.
Oh, anytime I see these joints, I always think of that white girl, TikTok. When she was like, you know the joint when she be like, capture.
I'm dead. I know what you're talking about.
That joint funny as shit.
That's exactly what that shit's like, your friend.
I'm the girl TikTok. Every time I gotta do that bullshit.
I'm weak as hell.
That joint was funny as
Lord.
Yeah,
I was just saying, they getting crazy as hell with these damn puzzles you gotta put in.
Nah, for real. It's absolutely outrageous. We put the chat on. We ain't got no chat yet, but we
show wait, hold on. It says show comments on stage. What's that mean?
Oh,
does that mean it's gonna be up there?
I guess so. I don't know. We gonna see, nigga. Shit, somebody say something. Or somebody up there say something. Anybody there? Is anybody out there? Hello. Why the hell is this on taking so long? God. Come on.
Lord have mercy, child. Oh Lord,
look,
why do they got this dumb? Yeah, I can't even see it, bro. She over here doing one of these dumbass puzzle joints to prove you're not a robot. Lord, child. Have mercy. I wonder if AI can't do those. Maybe that's a robot.
Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, we've been doing that shit for years. AI just came up.
Exactly.
Conspiracy. 10 full bonnet, man. Yeah, I should have stayed logged in and down. Told you to just sit in this one. Oh shit. Bullshit.
But wait, I thought you didn't have to have an account. You gotta have an account to look up stuff on TikTok. You might be able to find a video. You might just like be able to just find it by looking it up. Can you look for stuff up here without signing in? Hold up, let me see. What was the first one we was reacting to? B.Simone?
Oh, I'm gonna just send it to myself. I'm gonna send it to my computer. I'm just send it to me on the computer.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Pull it up. I'm sorry. We ain't gotta do all that.
Oh, okay, heard that. I was about
we ain't gotta do all that, baby.
Sometimes we got to improvise.
Yeah, we're gonna do a couple reactions though. React to this B.Simone thing because it's egregious.
Yeah, she went viral a couple times, man, these past few days. I don't know what it is with B.Simone, bro. She just like,
ain't she an Aries? I think she's an Aries.
I think she is.
Aries is cool though. Honestly, that's something.
Aries. Well, I heard Aries women do be another breed. Not gonna lie. I heard, but one of them. I think they're two. What you call it? That they crazy, but they be pretty. That's like their two.
Oh, we can react to this too.
Oh yeah, I sent that to you. I'm dead. That's when you're on what you call it.
Send this to what you call.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't even say she in her villain era because it seems like every fucking other year her ass is getting dragged. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think I locked that door either.
I locked it. Oh, you didn't. You came back after me. Yeah, you know, yeah, bro. I don't know. She be getting a lot of hate, man. It's like, I don't know, man. Shit. I I don't know if the girl just because she been on social media so long, so I don't know if it's just like a lack of guidance or what the hell she be saying, like the way she be putting her words together. But the way they making it seem like she just, I don't know, like she evil or something, bro. I don't think she evil. I don't think she evil.
A little ditzy, and she does is a little unaware. You know?
Yeah.
Because the little clips that we seen, you said you sent it to the AyeeeTwins?
I did. I sent it to the AyeeeTwins. Yeah, the joint with her talking to her podcast. That's what we about to react to. She recently did a podcast with one of her close friends. Apparently, I never seen the girl before, but one of her close friends, and they chopping up about finances and I guess being friends with somebody who's more financially astute than you are. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Where the other clip at? Because I see this one. This is the one we could do this. We can't do this one first, but that's the one. That's not the one you were talking about. Nah, I locked the door.
Impossible. That's upstairs. You said impossible.
Impossible.
Like they can't unlock the door. That's impossible.
Oh, where should I go?
What you look for? The stream? Where'd it go?
I don't see it up here. Look at that.
The camera's still on. Oh, it don't stream yet?
Yeah, but I'm talking about I just want to see if we can see it on here. What about
on
here? Remember we could see it on here. Can we see it on here last time?
Oh yeah, we could. Well, hold on. Well, let me see. Let me look on the phone.
Yeah, look on the phone right quick. Why can't I see it?
Oh yeah, it says look, AyeeeTwins went live. Send me a notification.
Oh, they sending out notifications.
Click that noti, y'all. Click that noti. Don't play.
Hit that noti. Oh, there's something. It's something. That makes sure. Okay. Well, we can do this one first though, because this one is what she's talking about her friend. This jealousy thing she had going on. This is a jealousy thing.
This is.
Oh no, this was the friend. This was the friend. This was when she was, balling out on the friend while the friend was struggling. So yeah, hold on, we can do this one.
Jesus.
Yeah. Jesus. Crazy as hell, boy. Insane. Let's see.
All right, y'all.
I feel like people.
This how I look with them. That's how I look to them.
Yeah, that's how I look to them. Hold up. Let me make this one a little bit. Oh, I want this to be a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah. That's also something that y'all noticed. That Azira is the more tech savvy one. I'm still catching on. I come me on this journey of technology and social media, then I will be learning. A little further ahead on her one journey. So
right. She's gonna get there.
Yeah, I'm getting there. But if you see me asking questions or saying stuff like that, that's why.
She doesn't know yet. That's fine. Oh, let me make sure, because I think this mic was a little too far from us last time too. So
what we sound? Oh, which one we listen to? It sound like we sounded alright over here. I'm not sure.
Okay, we was just a little far with certain aspect. Certain parts of it. I was like, we should have been a little closer to the mic.
Hello. We are the first person popping my timeline now.
After.
We are the first person popping my timeline now.
Yeah,
okay,
sound fine.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
So
look good too.
All right, that's a bet. Let's get into
it. I have this opportunity, and I called you, and I told you about it, and you were just like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And you called me back.
I called her right back, y'all. I was so convicted. I was so convicted.
You were like, I didn't like how I felt when you told me that. And I was like, what do you mean? You were like, I don't know what it is. I'm talking this out in real time. But whatever it is, I don't like what I felt. And I said, did you feel jealous? And you were like, I don't think I feel jealous.
Because we went through all the emotions. Like, are you angry? Are you sad? Are you jealous? I was like, I'm not jealous because I don't want what you have. I'm sad and I'm angry and I'm upset that I'm not doing it with me.
Yeah.
Like, we're not working together.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have that finances. Y'all, let me tell you something. Anybody that's in my circle, I want to work with you. I want to put you on. I'm putting you in position. I like doing it together.
You do.
How can we do this together? How can we make money together? How can we build together? How can we grow together? How can we all pitch in together? How can we be millionaires? I want to do it together.
Yeah.
And there was a point in my life where I had that and it was crumbled. So I feel like since that has ended, that season, I've always yearned for it again. But it's just been a season of solitude for 2 damn years.
Maybe the longest season ever.
The longest season ever.
Yeah.
And I think I think I know that's what it was, but I was so convicted. I
Right.
called you right back. I was like, that's not right.
Yeah.
Like your friend, she just told me she was doing something so bomb,
Yeah.
so great. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I was like, that's disgusting.
Yeah.
This
You
has
didn't
to
like
get out of
how
my
you
heart.
felt, for sure.
Like, what?
But if we just did that, nobody's looking for the perfect friend.
Man.
I just want my friends to be aware
And honest.
I'm okay if you feel a little jealous.
Address it and fix it.
I don't like the hair on her either. Make her look older.
It was dragging her for
I called.
wig, child.
Damn, for real?
Yeah, they
I didn't even see nobody saying nobody.
They said, yeah, we could see the budget on your damn head.
That's the H&M budget. I did not see nobody talk about that. B1, we see you. Nah, that's insane though. So yeah, number one, I do actually like the accountability of the other.
Okay, we're on the same wavelength.
Okay, cool. I like the fact that she called her friend back and checked that about herself. You know, I think that is a problem for itself. You know, just saying something about it, recognizing it, that's the first step. But also, why the fuck you feel like that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, trying to get to why you felt like that.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I do like that she started with that, you know, because she could have just let that been a reaction, and then maybe the next time she seen her, brought her some flowers and just kind of, you know, been like apologetic about it, whatever. But she called her right back, was like, yo, I don't know what the fuck that was, but my bad, yo. I'm happy for you. I want to be happy for you, but for some reason that just triggered me not to be happy. So
yeah, honestly, that's realistic, to be honest with you. I feel like that's not far-fetched, because sometimes everybody know, like, when you in a messed up spot in your life, or if you're going through some type of hardship, it is harder for you to feel happy for other people, even though you do like are happy for them. It's like you want to take their happiness away. But yeah, it's like it's hard for me to feel happy for you when I'm messed up. I'm like, damn, that's what's up, but yeah, you leaving me. I'm getting left. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I definitely appreciate her being transparent. I do think that is that's a part of having a good friendship. I do agree with them. Like, friends are not supposed to be perfect, but they should be aware and be honest.
That's
but also I do feel like that's something you have to unpack within yourself. Why do you feel, why is it that she feels like she has to have a hand in all of her friends' success?
Yeah, that might be that could be problematic for sure. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like that it is group thing, you know what I'm saying? Group think, and especially as foundational Black Americans, which B.Simone is. We should be trying to help each other out and build with one another. You know, you got this crabs in a barrel mentality with some people, where it's like the crabs shouldn't have been in the motherfucking barrel in the first place. Okay. So we need to be working together. They got us in this barrel together. We have to work with each other to get our way out of it. So yeah, you know, there is that, but also it's like, you know, some things, you know, you can't do with everybody. Some things, you know, you want to have a hand out, but it might be a hand down and they pulling your ass down. You know, so you gotta be kind of aware with, you know what I'm saying, you know, helping people and working with people, and you know what I'm saying, because certain things, everybody just ain't gonna click. It just is what it is. You can't do business with everybody.
Because it can, I mean, it can be coming from a place of love, wanting to have your hand in someone's success, wanting to uplift them, but it also could be a little narcissistic. Because
that too,
that don't have nothing to do with you.
That's a fact.
Not your daughter. It's not like I had business endeavors or she's doing something related to the business I had. She's calling me about something else
that ain't got nothing to do with it. And maybe she don't want nobody a part of it, and that's okay.
Yeah. Like, but that should, as a friend, you should be able to accept your friend's win without wanting a part of it. Like, that's your win. That's for you. You know what I'm saying? Not, well, we all could win. We all could. Yeah, and the end goal is for everybody to win. That's true. But to get there on this journey, sometimes some of us are going to take losses while the other one's taking a win, and vice versa. And we have to know how to be supportive of the other person and who's ever on the ladder, of whoever's taking the upper end, whoever's taking that win. Exactly. But for you to feel like, oh, it's you know, I felt away, or I felt, you know, I might have felt jealous or zealous, whatever the case is, because my friend had opportunity. It's like, it kind of makes me like, you may need to do some shadow work. You know what I'm saying? Not saying she a bad person, but you may need to do some inner work. You know what I'm saying? Because that isn't, when my friends win, I don't be thinking like, oh, shit, why ain't you could have did it. I don't be thinking like
that. Inspires me to do better. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, I'm trying to, that's all right.
Trying to get on my shit. That might be something completely different. But it's motivating me to be like, damn, I need to get to where I'm getting to. Because I love that she got to where she got to. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. She might have a little bit of narcissism.
Yeah, maybe, or like maybe it's not that, but that's another word for it. I forgot. It's not as extreme as narcissism though, but it's like maybe that's better. You know what I'm saying? Like a self-centeredness. You know what I'm saying? Because you want yourself centered in the middle of everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even if they got other shit going on. So,
right.
Yeah. You know.
That's a fact. Yeah.
It could be. I don't want to say she's a narcissist per se.
Yeah, I don't think she's a narcissist, but I think
know.
I think there was a study that just came out to say I think like 80% of people have like narcissistic tendencies, and it's like increasing because of social media and some shit like that. So we all have some narcissistic tendencies, but you know, it could be self-centered as well. To be real, it might not be that extreme.
Yeah, well, we're gonna hope for the best. But this is another clip that's been going viral from this same podcast where she's talking to her friend about. Her friend is telling her this kind of hard season, this tough season that she went through, and how she basically didn't feel comfortable reaching out to B.Simone, or B.Simone didn't really reach out to her. We're gonna let them say it, but yeah, this is also going viral too.
Family for the wrong people. The money I done gave people money. I done bought houses. I done paid for divorces.
Now think about how I feel as your friend.
And then let me tell you, I'm gonna get there. And I've done all that. And then the right people come around that have the purest heart, that love you so much, and you're stifling, and you're looking, and you're paranoid, and you looking people up and down, and it's anxiety. That's not coming from a healed place. It's coming from, like you said, bitterness. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's like a guard is up.
And sometimes from the public perception, it's like being a best friend with a celebrity. Everybody thinks that, because you're connected to this person, then your life is just as grand as theirs, or you got
it, or they helping you.
Baby, when I tell you, didn't have a job, living with my parents, a single mom, all this happened to me this past year.
Jesus.
And then it's like to not have resentment in my heart towards you because I saw you do this for other people.
Last year.
I saw you give a check to somebody to help them through whatever they went through. And it's like, God, like I love him. That's my soul. And I can't nobody didn't give me a handout, but guess what? That wasn't your responsibility. God had to take me through that for my own season, for my own thing. I had to get my car repossessed.
Jesus.
I had to go through the food stamps line. I had to be on Medicaid because whatever I'm building my story too. But it's like, as a friend somebody who has it, it's hard to digest because everybody around you, they're probably shocked that I'm even saying this right now. All this year.
In less than 12 months.
What?
Okay, a couple things. Couple things on that.
Anxiety.
I understand what they're saying. Oh, I got the perfect shot. But, because I understand what Shorty is saying. Number one, I want to focus on the girl accountability. Okay, because she's saying I had to go through this. God had to put me through the season. Y'all need to stop putting stuff on God. I'm just saying. Y'all playing with God's name. Because a lot of this shit come down to poor decisions. I'm just saying.
It does.
Yeah. Some of y'all are putting yourselves through these fucking situations, and you're blaming it on the universe. You're blaming it on God. Yeah. Oh, this is just my tough season. It's like, no, nigga. Why did all of this happen? How did all of that happen back to back? You lost your job, your car, you had to get on Medicaid, food stamps. Nigga, what?
And your man?
And your man? I'm like, damn. Well, like, what? Was all of that being funded by your man? Is that what it was? Did you not have any resources of your own?
That means you just wasn't financially independent. Of course, you was going to lose it all.
When you lost your man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you know what I'm saying? The fact that's not really, people go through hard times. You know what I'm saying? Certain things are what you would say is like inevitable, like canon events. You know, I believe in things like that. Yeah. However, it's like a lot of things are avoidable. You know, everything you ain't got to go through. You know what I'm saying? That's a little egregious, you know. And besides that, I seen some people that's like, as a best friend, how could you know that your friend is going, or how could you not know your friend is going through stuff like that? You know what I'm saying?
As a Scorpio.
No, that's
we are Scorpio.
Exactly.
We be going through a lot of shit.
We don't tell nobody.
So our best friend, we have a mutual best friend. Yeah. Shout out DJ Birdie. You know what I'm saying? And she even be fucking pulling teeth with us. Yeah. Trying to get our tea out. And we trust her 100%. We don't think she going to bleed us, nothing like that. Yeah. It's just us. You know what I'm saying? That's just how we are. Even with us, even we keep stuff from each other. Certain stuff we just can't because we live together. Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? But even, you know what I'm saying, we're just very private people. So I can definitely see her going through all those things and not telling nobody. Because B.Simone is a busy person. I'm sure she's not just sitting there waiting on the phone call to see what the hell she got going on.
And especially with her being like an entrepreneur, she ain't got no kids, she ain't got no man.
Exactly.
You know, when she calls, that's somebody whose life you might want to just hear from. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you don't want to talk about, damn, girl, I'm in a food stamp line, girl. I'm hot as hell. I got to go back home to my kids doing the most. You
just want to hear it. You just kind of want to live a little vicarious. I mean, that's how it is with even with all my best friends. Sometimes I call them and they just be telling me about their story.
Yeah, you know?
I ain't got no damn story.
And that's okay. Sometimes we just want to tell you about it, and that's just
I get it, So that's
an understandable.
And I also
scenario.
I do want to give B.Simone credit too, because I do understand what she's saying. In the sense of being getting in a spot where you do have the power to help the people around you, and helping the wrong people, and then the right people come around, and then you not helping them because of your reservation from the wrong people that you tell.
Exactly.
But I also, again, I think that comes down to discernment. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is your friend. Who the hell? I ain't never seen this girl before. I don't follow B.Simone like
Me
that.
either. I used to follow her though. I ain't never seen her.
I did too. I used to follow her a lot more back in the day, probably like a couple years ago.
Yeah, like 2018 pandemic.
2020, 2019, when she was real viral, real funny, her and Pretty V. I've never seen this friend before. So it's like, if this was a friend that's been riding for you, why wouldn't you have helped her out? That would have been one of the people I like. When I go up, already got people in my head that I know I'm going to.
It's already certain checks I got written in my head. I'm not.
It's already going to happen. Like,
certain people I'm not going to be at.
And then there's people outside of that that's like, oh, I might help them if I can try. So it's like, why wasn't, if this is one of your best friends for years, why wouldn't she have been on the top list of people who
to make sure you good? You know what I'm saying? They good.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Why are you helping people with the wrong intention? I understand you may just do that, accidentally, trying to be a good person. But for you to help you to say that you done pay for divorces and houses and weddings and like a lot of shit, that's not little stuff. That's a few thousand. That's like at least 10,000 for a car.
And it's a little shady because, girl, we only know one friend that got a divorce from you. And that was your ex-best friend who got it falling out.
Damn,
so, girl, you ain't even have to say that.
Catch that, T.
Hell yeah, you ain't even have to say that, baby. Because, girl, that's the only friend we know of yours that got a divorce publicly. Yeah. And y'all fell out. So it's like,
that might be part of the reason they fell out and didn't talk about it.
It could be.
It
definitely could be, But it's like, I get it, you know what I'm saying? Because there has to be a balance. Yeah, there has to be a discernment. And, there's a level of survivor's remorse, that comes with, that's the thing about, that's the heavy thing that a lot of people don't talk about, especially for foundational Black Americans, is when we come up, we're usually the only one. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
It's they only want to bring one up. You know what I'm saying?
Pressure to pull everybody else up with us.
And that can drown you real quick. You know what I'm saying? Trying to help everybody, and you know what I'm saying? You're not doing enough to preserve yourself for your intermediate family. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure B.Simone has kind of felt like that as well. That's why she said, her having this guard up, it's like, damn, it creates anxiety because you want to help, but you're also like, damn, I'm not trying to get taken advantage of.
Right.
Just because they think I got it.
Fund your life.
You know what I'm saying?
Because I got it. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like certain people you'll get out your way, your mother, your siblings, you know what I'm saying? Your intermediate families you grew up with, certain people you automatically just gonna get out the way. You might have them working for you. You know what I'm saying? And have them on some sort of payroll. But other people, when it comes to certain friends, people that you may have good relationship with, but you're not that close to, especially for us, because we Scorpio. So a lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, a lot of people think they closer to us than we are to them. Niggas be calling me friends. I'm like, damn, I still call you an associate.
It's so crazy, bro. I was literally just telling my man about this. Like, people, I come off so trustworthy and like,
me too.
Like people just confide in me. And they barely even fucking know me.
Yeah,
but it's like they just know I'm not going to do them in. And I don't.
Yeah, and
I always spread nobody's business or, gossiping or talking ill or judging them. I do try to create a safe space even for strangers. You know what I'm saying? That I don't know. You know what I mean? But well, not for strangers, but for people that I'm getting to know and you know what I'm saying, want to get to know me. But yeah, that's very true. A lot of people tend to attach to us more than we attach to them.
Yeah, that's a fact. And then it's like, damn, how could you just go cold like that? And it's like, well,
it was never
been no cold. Yeah, I was already in cold waters. I was
already in lukewarm.
Yeah, I wasn't. I never really got in the deep end with you. I just made you felt like that because these waters is spicy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, so I can understand that too. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what her sun and rising is or what her chart looks like, but maybe she has that sort of energy as well. You know what I'm saying? To a degree.
So I think she do got some water. She got the cheeks and the eyes. She probably got some cancer.
Yeah, it might be a cancer. Yeah, it might be like a rising cancer or something. So yeah, so she might struggle with that as well. And even with that comes a little bit of guilt because then we be feeling bad for people, and it's like you want to kind of help people, but then you like, I gotta self-preserve. I gotta preserve my energy. I gotta, but then you kind of feel a need to help. I think that just comes with a kind heart as well. You know what I'm saying? So I get it.
But you also have to practice not just discernment on who you give to, but discernment on how much you're letting go. Because like she's saying now, what we're about to watch in this next clip is her talking about her financial hardship that she's going through now.
Yeah.
And it's like if you were taking into account these things years ago and who you was helping and how much you was helping, you would have stepped back way before. And like, exactly. Hey, let me slow down because I need to start preserving some of this for the future. You know what I'm saying? Because if you ain't got it, once you run out, don't nobody fucking got it.
Yeah, that's a fact.
You
So
know
it's
what I'm
like you got to learn how to keep that balance and preserve for yourself. You know what I'm saying? But also, still you got to keep your people in mind. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep your main group in mind. I know you want to help the world and motherfucking charity and all this other shit.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, you got to help your people first.
You got to keep the end goal in mind.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You got to keep it. You got to keep the ones closest to you and the ones that was in the trenches with you, the ones that were supporting you the most. You always keep them in the back of your mind. You know what I'm saying? So you don't forget to always double back and check on them, or you know what I'm saying? Like that's somebody. If you talking about a year, you ain't go visit her within a year and seeing that she was living with her mom.
Yeah.
And, you know what I'm saying? It's like damn. It's like y'all could have had a kind of conversation then. It's like damn, did you talking about a year and nobody knew? You know what was going on? That's a little weird. You know what I'm saying? That nobody had no idea, especially at least for a person in her predicament. You know what I'm saying? You can afford to go. If I was up there, if I was up like that, I would be going to go visit Bird.
Yeah,
in Charlotte at least once or twice a year. You know what I'm saying? I can afford to do that, to go up there and see her at least and spend a weekend with her, even if it's just a day trip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I can spend a little. I
might not be able to afford that. See you,
right? But I can afford to go see her for a day or for a weekend. You know what I'm saying? And treat her to going out to the club or something. You know what I'm saying? Something to that effect. And and then we have a candid conversation about what the fuck's going on in your life.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And then I can offer my help or services then. You know, but it's like damn, a year went past and she ain't know nothing was going on.
See, that's what I'm saying. That kind of goes back down to we can say the self-centeredness.
Yeah.
Because it's like, damn, how could you be so self-consumed
to
not realize that your friend's car, she lost her house, car, crib, and man.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
That's
like,
a lot.
I understand one or two. That's happened before. I didn't talk to my friend before. She was like, I got a new car because this to happen.
Nah, for real. That's
you know what I'm
a
saying?
bird ass.
Shout out to Bird. Her cars are like fucking oil and water.
Nah, for real. Nah, for real. So yeah, something like that does happen. But also it's like, I don't know. It's some of that is just like it should show a lack of awareness. Like she should apologize. Like, damn, I'm sorry, I wasn't there for you in that way. You know what I'm saying? I could have helped
empathize more.
Yeah,
instead of just saying Jesus.
Girl, Jesus is not here to pay these damn bills. Okay, all right. So I need for you, B.Simone, to be present and give up some cash or something. Okay, help me out,
baby.
Right. But this is the next clip.
Just my
hold up. This one's short. This one's short.
Just my finances. Like the budgeting, you see how I am nitpicking every little thing. I've never been like that. We were in Bloomingdale's yesterday. I'm like, we have to go to H&M.
Yeah.
Like I've
Again, that sounds like I might be concluding
the budget
self-centered because even how she's getting emotional turned up about going to H&M.
Girl, H&M.
This nigga shopping at Dollar Tree for groceries.
Girl. First of all, this some shit at H&M I can't even afford. What the hell are we talking about?
They jeans still be like $60.
Girl, they got jackets in there for $50, $70. Girl, I'm not paying for something. I mean, I can afford it, but I'm not paying for this.
Girl, what?
What the hell are y'all saying? So like
H&M be on sale.
Yeah, girl, that's a privilege. That's a privilege.
H&M anyway, because they racist.
Yeah, they racist. We don't even fuck. But that's a whole other story. But still, girl, it's like the level of privilege. Do you know who your fucking audience is, girl?
Yeah.
Because baby, your audience is definitely shopping at stores like H&M. You know, that's the budget that we in. You know, so it's like, damn, that's just a little tone deaf for you to say that, and then say it so emotionally, especially not only tone deaf to your audience, but also tone deaf to the conversation that you're having. Because mind you, this you're having this within the same conversation where just 5-10 minutes ago the girl was telling you, I'm on food stamps.
And this is what I'm saying. That's all. Like,
girl,
you start tearing up about going to
H&M, but you didn't tear up about your friend
going through all of that shit by herself.
I'm like, girl,
it's like, bro, that is self-consumed.
Yeah, that's a lack of self-awareness.
That's a lack of awareness.
Yeah,
bro.
that is.
That's what the fuck that is, because it just doesn't make sense. Like, and H&M is regular shit. You over here crying about somewhere niggas shop on a regular basis. Some niggas' whole closet is H&M.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
H&M, Forever 21, and
Fashion Nova.
Nah, for real. I'm like, you're really making it, and then especially in this economic climate, it's like, girl, it's completely tone deaf.
It is.
Everybody is struggling right now. Everybody's living check to check. Everybody's trying to come up on the internet.
Yep.
Nigga. So it's like, why would you sit up here and get so? It's like, I understand you get emotional behind your finance. Trust me, I'm also a rising Capricorn. I hate being broke.
Yeah, me too. I'm a moon and Virgo, baby. I hate being broke. I love me some money.
I'm trying to tell you, I can't not having money or not knowing that it's not coming. It
it does.
You know what I'm saying?
I need that.
I need that. You know what I'm saying? I gotta have something that's coming. Something in line. You know what I'm saying? So I understand why that bothers you, because I done definitely cried about my finances before. She ain't alone. I get it. But the context of the conversation was not surrounded around you and your finances. It was about friendship. It was about how finances can affect the friendship. Mm-hmm. So that's where your focus should have stayed at. But it switched. As soon as you got the opportunity to talk about yourself, you about to fucking cry.
Yeah, girl.
You switching the whole.
And this is the same girl who
just conversation.
You just went on the whole thing talking about what is a billionaire B? You was on the way to being a fucking billionaire or something like
a couple years ago. And talking about how she couldn't date a regular 9 to 5 man.
All right, you see the universe has plenty ways of humbling you.
Yeah.
Because the fact that you came out here and then she stood 10 toes, she really was not budging on the fact. Remember, she made a couple videos about that, like defending herself. Like
she stood on that.
It's about a lifestyle. It's about okay. Well, now you ain't living that lifestyle. I seen a lot of brothers on the internet like, well, if you was with a 9 to 5 brother, at least he would have been stable. He could afford H&M then, and he could still afford.
That nigga would have still had that same paycheck.
He would have had that same paycheck. Probably a little bit more, to be honest.
Get your annual raises every year.
Come on.
You'd have been $3, $4, $5 up right now.
So I'm like, shit. Yeah, you got to be careful on what you know what I'm saying? That being at the forefront. And, you know what I'm saying? I think that's part of the reason why she's still single, which I don't want to deter too much. But I think she focuses too much on that. You know what I'm saying? Which is a problem that many of our women have is you're focusing too much on that financial aspect. You know what I'm saying? There's so many other parts of a man that matter more than his pockets. You know, it's like the world, the universe, God, Jesus, who you keep calling on, is trying to tell you that. Yes, he's trying to fucking show you that, look, baby, it's other problems. It's bigger things to worry about than your fucking finances, for real. So, I mean,
the people that around you, that's why you had to go through that season of getting all that damn money and wasting it to people that wasn't for you.
Yeah.
Because you was too overly consumed with people who was consumed with the same shit you was consumed with.
Exactly.
And material things.
Yeah.
And not real life, having real people with real substances around you and creating real connections, real bonds to share those successes with.
And honestly, I think that's a little bit of like a mistake to make, to be honest, is putting your money at the forefront of your brand. Like the fact that she was like, she did this whole countdown to being a millionaire. It's like that was cool.
Even with the orders, remember she had the little orders with $1 million or something.
Oh yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the fact that you made that and she switched it up because again she was on a billionaire B thing. She ain't doing that shit no more. So I don't know if she got too far away from the top of the million.
She backed the million.
Yeah, she backed the million.
She tried to get the million.
Yeah, she tried to keep her status a millionaire.
Yeah.
But it's like. I think that is a mistake to make though, because even bruh, what's his name? Who we making? He makes Sly Honcho. I think that's his name. He does the barber. He's a barber on Instagram. He makes videos. So he be like in that mode. You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, you know who I'm talking about, bruh. Anyway,
I think I would recognize that shit.
He's a real viral barber now. You know what I'm saying? He's done a couple of celebrities. He's been in some he was at the BET Awards, as a matter of fact. But yeah, so he's really coming up and he's doing this thing where he's streaming every day until he becomes a millionaire. So I know he's probably not far.
Really?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So I know he's probably not too far from it because you wouldn't be streaming if you had 1,000 days to go or 2-3 years away from it.
He probably ain't that far.
So he's probably not far from it, but I think that is a mistake that we could learn from. I'm never going to be going to put my finances at the nigga.
Right, yeah.
Some things don't even got to be said. The lifestyle change will show. Like, this motherfucker got money. Oh, they got.
Yeah.
Because nigga, you ain't gonna be in this goddamn baby. Trust me, we're gonna be in the studio when we can afford it. You know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna have a studio
in itself. It's going to attract vultures. You're going to attract people who's going to want to use it.
Exactly.
That's why you shouldn't put that shit in the forefront of your business.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Don't everybody. That's not for everybody to know. That's for people around. You can celebrate that with the people that you trust, the people that you love, the people that support you, that's close to you.
Right.
But everybody else don't need to know that you got $1 million liquid in the bank.
That's it. Yeah.
Nobody needs to know that you got $1 million liquid in the bank. You know what I'm saying? Especially, again, moreover, a problem for foundational Black Americans specifically. Sly Honcho, I think he's a FBA as well. So it's like, again, knowing the economic state most of our people are in, you gonna have a lot of brothers and sisters just like, what the fuck? You got $1 million with it? Shit, you ain't giving back to us.
5,000 ain't gonna hurt.
Shit, you could send me 2,000 on Cash App. I've been watching your videos for 5 years. You know what I'm saying, nigga? Yeah. Something like people
had a handout.
People had a handout. Some people were feeling entitled. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, but that's a natural problem because of the impoverished state this system has put us in. You know, we've been economically castrated. You know, so it's like that's a problem that we're naturally going to have. It's like, why would you want to wave that in front of our people? Like, yeah, look at all this money I got, y'all. I'm a millionaire. It's like, come on, there's a bit of humility and just being humble that you have to a state of humility that you have to keep within yourself.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
To keep yourself grounded. You know what I'm saying? Because when you do that, certain things you don't have to go through. Again, you making poor decisions. You wouldn't have to go through that season of giving out $1,200 million fucking dollars to random people and having this trust issue if nobody really knew how much you was making. You know what I'm saying?
And honestly, you know, I was going to say, I think that may come from like being on code. Like you got to be on code because the point that you are making about, you know, not knowing the financial state of our people and not flexing on them like that.
Yeah.
But also that is from experience. You know what I'm saying? We actually did a YouTube video about that shit a few years ago. We got a settlement. What was it?
No, not a settlement. It was life insurance from my grandmother passing.
Life insurance, yeah. We got a life insurance from my grandmother's passing, and we talked about in that video how we ran through that fucking money. It wasn't that much. It was like $20K. It wasn't that much. Yeah. But we ran through that money doing the same thing she's doing. I'm glad. I mean, I'm not glad we did it, but I'm glad that we learned on that scale and not a scale like that she's on. Yeah. Especially public.
Exactly. I mean, damn, if I spend all my money now, or if we giving it out, we were spending money on hella bitches.
Nigga, what?
We bought hella shit.
Our dumb asses over here. Look, we just got the bread,
bro. We told her. I don't even know why the fuck we told. We shouldn't have told nobody.
And we were only like 19, so
we didn't know.
Everybody around us was broke. They all like, oh shit, y'all rich now. Yeah.
Oh, y'all got it. Y'all can get the weed. Y'all get the bottles. Y'all can pay for the gas. Nigga, we paid for a lot of shit. We took our friends to the mall, bought them a couple things.
Shit, bro.
I mean,
and not no little shit. We buy
J's and fucking jackets and all.
We had to call a bank so we could spend more money. That's how you know you spending too much goddamn money.
Yeah, the bank should have been like, y'all, you sure you want to open up?
Y'all need to chill. Where's your parents?
Exactly. We should have. Our mother should have took 10 in the bands.
She should have probably took 10 and
put that shit up in like an IRA or something.
Exactly. Put it up.
Yeah, for real. But
we went through that shit. But learning lessons like that is hard. But we were also like 19. She's talking about a damn year ago. She's talking about for the last couple of years. She's older than us. I think she's 30. Is she 30 or 29?
I think she
should be about to be 30 or at 30.
I think she's actually over 30 now. I want to say she's like 31.
She might be
older than us for sure.
And that's not to say that you can't make those type of mistakes when you get that age. But I feel like it is telling of, again, your awareness if you are still going through that, because she's been successful since 17, 16.
Yeah, a minute.
She started the books and the makeup.
Maybe like 2015.
She was on Vine before that. You know what I'm saying? So
she was on Vine. I forgot about that.
She already had a little bit of success on social media. She just started really. I think she started making a lot more money around like 2017, 18. That's when she started making like real money from it with the books and the makeup and shit that she was selling. Her songs. Some of her songs was doing pretty well back there too. But yeah, you know, you have to have self-awareness. So you have to have self-awareness. You got to have some discernment and humility. And that may be what she's lacking. That's making her make these mistakes. Like this is such a petty mistake. This is such a petty thing to be getting dragged for. Like I could have said this was like a random girl when she was a bit empathetic. Then it's like, all right, girl, show her some empathy. But that's supposed to be one of your best friends.
Yeah, it's like it'll be different. Even if this was like a long distant cousin that you don't talk to like that. You just feel it if you're
like you ain't really connected.
Maybe I just started talking to each other within the last few months. That would be a little more understandable. You know what I'm saying?
But it's like you talking like you didn't help people with divorces. You saying this now that you saying that could be connected to. All right. Now it kind of seems like, okay, well, is this friend just come back around because you lost a friend? Now you give a fuck about this friend now because you ain't making no money. Remember, she had already said she want a group. Everybody be successful. So now it's like, all right, well, you've lost that friend, you've lost that business endeavor. Are you trying to start a new one now?
Yeah, and I'm like, even the way she handled that shit. Yeah, and even the way she handled that shit with the best friend. I remember when she did she dropped the promo for her show.
Yeah, that shit was insane.
That was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like the way she handled that, it showed like you had some wrongdoings in that relationship. Yeah. I don't know what, don't nobody know the details, but clearly just from that. It was like you could have done something a lot more tasteful. You know what I'm saying? I forgot what the fuck it was. Wasn't it like, when did she say something in there or something? Or like, it's like people doing rumors. I forgot how it was, but I remember then people was dragging her for the promo that she did. Then like, girl,
she took away the table and then she had the chair there. And
it's just me now. So it's like,
and then honestly, even doing that is a little bit. This bitch might be a narcissist. Yeah, even in doing that, it's like it's self-centered because. Why would you start the promo with y'all having not started, but in the promo, she has 2 chairs and then they take 1 chair away and she's like, as if it was your podcast. Yeah. It was both of y'all.
Yeah.
We wasn't just there for you, just like we wasn't just there for Megan. Which is why Megan started her new podcast and it was just her. She's like, all right, she explained what happened in the last show. This is what's going on in this new show.
Yeah.
You making it seem like, all right, well, like, let's try again. As if it's like y'all just said cut and then we saying action game. This is a whole nother podcast.
Yeah.
This has nothing to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
If that's truly what you're doing. But now from her perspective, it seems like it was her shit too. Like that was my shit, and Megan was just a part of it.
And now I'm starting my new shit.
Right now it's like, all right, well now forget her, y'all. It's just me who y'all really was here for in the first place. And it's like, girl, you have a very inflated ego if you think
that's what it
how
feels
we
like.
looking at you.
That's what it feels like. I mean, you can't make no assumptions.
Yeah, but
maybe
that's how it comes off. And again, if B.Simone, she probably won't see it, but if she do see it, it's like, we don't know you personally, but beloved, you may need to practice some more self-awareness.
Yeah, I don't know. You might need a different therapist. You might got one of these black female therapists out here just feeding into your nonsense coddling you. Exactly. You know, enabling these behaviors and this mentality. But baby, this ain't it. Yeah. It's a bad fucking look. I'm sorry. It is. It's a bad look, baby. You gotta do better. Now I do want to bring this one up too. This is actually not B.Simone. This is kind of funny though. Now I'm sure y'all are aware of Chris. I mean not Chris. I'm about to say Chris. Jim Jones and his wife, Chrissy. That's who I was about to say. Now Jim Jones actually been going viral recently because of his he's been on a couple podcasts saying some wild shit. He was saying he was better than Nas on one podcast, which was absolutely fucking insane. Yeah. Like literally, I don't know where this nigga been at. These niggas on drugs or something for them to even say something like that. That's crazy. Allegedly. Yeah. But nigga, you got to be on something. You got to be smoking something that's off for you to say some shit like that about Nas. He's one of the greatest rappers ever lived. Yeah, that's insane. That's still living at that. So yeah, that's just insane for you to even put yourself in the same conversations as him. The only song they got, it's only a few songs I can name of yours. The only one that's coming to mind right now is Ballin'. So, nigga, please, we're not about to get into that.
We see you perform. That's the only song you perform.
Yeah, I'm just saying. So, yeah, that was absolutely insane. But now this little clip right here is going viral because now also we are familiar with Chrissy because Chrissy was on what's it called? Chrissy was on Love and Hip Hop, right? Both of them was on Love and Hip Hop, which was egregious. They had a whole debacle up there. She up there. She proposed to this nigga. These niggas still ain't married. Proposed to this man on that. I remember I was in high school and I was cringing to that. In high school, I'm like, yo, this is weird.
It was.
Proposing to a grown ass man is weird.
Crazy.
It's hell.
Right. And the fact they still not married, baby. If I was her, nigga, put me in a casket and bury me 6 feet under. Because I could not live with the embarrassment.
The embarrassment is insane.
And then still
not being married. That's absolutely insane. I hope they consider common law married, at least at this point. But nigga,
I'm dead. He said, yeah, buddy, it was some type of stream. I mean, some type of drug.
Got to be.
He got to be.
I mean, we don't know. Allegedly. We ain't trying
allegedly.
We don't know. Opinions.
We don't know that.
But this clip right here is going viral. Okay,
child.
Because Zoe, the streamer, y'all know who Zoe Spencer is. She's a big streamer, and she had Jim Jones on her stream, I guess. But this was her meeting. I think this is her first time meeting Chrissy, his girlfriend, longtime girlfriend. Yeah, and it's just a weird interaction. It's kind of weird. Let's get into it. Yeah. How you feeling? Oh, good. How auntie? How? No, you're not auntie. Okay. I mean, you can't be very nice. You can't be auntie. Okay. Nice sister, big sis. Period. Okay. See, she didn't want it. Let me just Google how old Chrissy.
Let me just think of laughing like a teenager.
Let me just Google how old Chrissy is right quick.
Should have checked his woman. That's what he should have did. But let me walk out through that though. Basically, if you didn't catch it in the captions, basically what the interaction was Zoe saying what's up aunt to Jim Jones, and then she turns to Chrissy was like, hey auntie, and she's like, oh no, I'm not your auntie. Like no, she shut it down immediately. I'm not your auntie. Don't call me that. And then Zoe's like, oh, you can't be auntie? No, okay. What about big sis? Big sis. She was like, all right. So she let her call her sister, big sister.
It just Google her age. 50. She is 50. Goddamn 4.
Child.
Chrissy, you damn near grandma. Matter of fact, you are grandma. Actually, bitch, 54 is grandma age. You can have kids and have kids.
You can't call her bitch. That's the elderly. You gotta respect the elders.
Okay, my bad.
Respect the elders.
Girl, you ain't nobody's big sister no fucking more. This is the delusion I can't fuck with right here.
Yeah.
Because I'm not about to, honestly, I would try to keep it respectful, but I'd be like, girl, you not auntie? I just called your husband Unc. So you not, what are you, his little sister? What are you, his little cousin? Like, that's
you his niece?
I mean, it's the issue with so many older black women trying to stay young is so fucking egregious.
It's bad. It's bad.
Like, at some point, y'all gotta grow the fuck up, baby. You have to grow. You are someone's auntie. You're looked at in the position. That's a respectful thing to say. If I walk up to you and say, hey, big sis, you should feel disrespected.
Yeah.
You should damn near feel that should equate damn near bitch to something else, to another slang word we call our peers. You're not my peer.
Yeah.
You're my elder. You're 54.
They're supposed to be the point of being an elder, not the point, but a pro or a benefit that comes with being an elder is that you have a bit of a superiority.
Come on.
You know what I'm saying? There's a bit of superiority. That's why I even just told her just now, like, all right, she an elder. I'm playing, but it's just, if it was y'all man's that, bitch wouldn't even come out of our mouth.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, because we really respect elders, especially black elders. You know what I'm saying? So there's supposed to be some type of pride in that. You know what I'm saying? Because you can show the young. Of course, you won't get picked at for being old and whatever the case is. But baby, life don't stop. You're going to be old regardless. You're 54 regardless if you get called auntie or not. You're still going to be looked at as an auntie.
Exactly.
She still going to look at you like auntie. She's not going to look at you like business because y'all have nothing in common. Sisters have things in common. They do things together. Yeah. Aunties, we find things in common. Yeah. We do things together, spend time. We learn things from our aunties that they like to do. Really, really. So we can learn how to do things when we get older. With your big sister, it's completely different.
It's a completely
different
vibe.
That's not the same vibe.
I might curse my big sister out. We might get into it. We might get the record for
big sis might get called a bitch.
You know what I'm saying? She might. We get too mad. It might go there.
Auntie, I'm gonna let you have it.
Auntie, I'm not gonna say that shit. I'm gonna shut the hell up every time. I'm gonna walk away. I'm gonna let you have it every fucking time because you're my aunt. That's damn near the same position as my mother.
Exactly.
I'm not, you know what I'm saying? So it's just a certain line that I'm never gonna cross. So it's like, why would you want to even be that close to that boundary, to stepping out of that boundary and being called something like that or being disrespected in that way because you don't want to act like your age. You don't want to be seen as your fucking age, baby. Yeah. Baby, you're 54. You're 54. That's what ain't retirement age like 50. Oh, maybe that's like 59.
I think it's 59 and a half.
You close enough, baby. You about to be a retirement age. Yeah. You too damn old to be up here talking about some damn I'm somebody's big sister. No, you're not. You are auntie.
D. Borley said, that's like calling mom's big sis. Exactly. Your mom will smack the shit out.
Exactly.
Immediately. What the hell are you talking about? Like, you're not calling mom big sis. Like, nobody my age has ever called my mom sis. Like, it's never happened. Even my older sister is 40 years old. Yeah. She don't even call her sis Chanel. I mean, you know, I didn't put her damn name out there. I mean, I didn't want to know my mother's name. But she don't call her my first name.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and then honestly, within that, it shows like the immature mentality that she may have. Yeah. Because I aspire to get to that level of respect. You know what I'm saying? I aspire to get to that level of, you know, a womanhood. You know what I'm saying? To be able to teach the younger, to be able to be the example of what young women want to get to. You know what I'm saying? I look for that in older women. It's like, I want to be like that. Damn, I want that type of energy. Damn, I want that. I want to be able to look like that dress. I want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, speak like that. I want to be able to, you know, give that sort of advice, have that sort of wisdom. But it's like these older women, it's like, y'all just keep trying to stay in this cycle of being young. Y'all got even people like Bernice Burgos. You got women like that. She's like 50-something. Yeah. Running around in fucking fashion overdresses. Girl.
Looking
and it's like, 30. Baby, you look good, but you look immature as hell. You're too old to be dressing like that, baby. Why are you still walking around in fashion over clothes
with your daughter? It's like,
why are you still doing? She even sells the the little pajamas.
Oh yeah, the pajamas with the.
Why are you modeling that?
That is.
You can wear that around your house, but why are you modeling that? Get your daughters to model that shit.
And if you do, why not just be transparent and do an older line? Hey, I know we're older, but we can still be sexy for our man. Let's market it to some older women.
Exactly. Get a male set so they can, you know what I'm saying, and do it with your man. Do it in a more classy, mature, you know, experienced way. That's the part of life that you're supposed to live. You're past your 20s and your 30s, baby. Let us live that life.
A big problem is social media. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Just like India Love going, she was getting dragged. Long for saying that her clip with viral on the podcast. She said that she always keep herself up and keep herself down because it's a bitch to turn 18 every day.
Yeah, and it's like, why are you still worried about?
Yeah, I'm 28, and I'm not competing with no damn 18-year-old.
I don't give a damn about
the men that want them. I don't want them to want me. I mean, I got a man already, but just speaking generally, I wouldn't want no man that would date a fucking 18-year-old. That's insane.
That's not. We're on two different levels.
Two different
you
levels.
want an 18-year-old and you want me. You're not looking for me. You're
And
not
that-
looking for the type of woman.
That's the problem. That's the point that I make on social media, because social media makes everything so superficial. It takes away substance.
Yeah.
And we think about our aunties from childhood. We think about aunties even from when you look at movies from the 90s. You see those aunties still know how to do shit. Like they know how to cook, sew, clean, fucking you know what I'm saying, nurse a baby. Stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So it would be like, even if I'm thinking about, I don't know what movie you're thinking about, but I'm just thinking about a lot of movies and like older movies, and then where they would have like a sexy older auntie and then like a younger sexy maybe like niece or something like that.
Oh, like in Soul Food.
Like it's Soul Food. You know what I'm saying?
Husband, no. The family fuck my husband. Fuck the family. That was in Soul Food.
And that's the damn problem. Too many of our goddamn aunties took watched Soul Food and took the wrong road.
Yeah, man.
But the point here I'm making is that we would aspire, like she was saying, we would aspire to look up to our aunties because they were grown, they were sexy, they were a little bit older, but they knew so much.
Yeah.
I'm grown and I'm sexy, but I'm great.
Yeah.
I don't know shit.
Yeah.
So a nigga can take advantage of me. A man can come and take advantage of me or groom me or whatever the case may be, because I don't have no damn. I'm green. I wasn't that green as a child, but there's a lot of women who are very green. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So looking up to those aunties was like, wow, that was something that I need to watch how she move. How does she interact with men? How does she interact with her man? Exactly. How does she treat her man? How does she, you know what I'm saying? Because that's how we learn. Because looking at y'all have the substance. Y'all don't just have the look. You have the substance and the wisdom to go with it.
Exactly.
But now the problem is that you have these older women who just who lack substance. Like it's like they see this infatuation on social media that the younger generation has, and they want to be a part of that. Mm-hmm. And it's like, right, y'all generation, y'all need to stay where y'all at. Y'all are keeping us grounded in reality. Yeah, the hell, because there's too many people our age, older millennials, even damn sure the zennials, and damn are way too overly consumed. Yeah, and social media, and nothing
and the
that has
images.
to do with substance.
Yeah, these false images. You know what I'm saying? That's honestly part of the reason why we didn't even. Images, going back to that level of respect, that's honestly why we even came up here, why we introduced ourselves as like the big cousins. Yeah. We don't even want to be seen as aunties yet, although I am an auntie, she's a mother.
Yeah, and I'm also an auntie.
You know, exactly. She's also an auntie, but it's like there's a certain level of respect and a certain level of maturity that comes with that. Yeah, I'm not all the way down with cursing motherfuckers out. I be trying to. I be better. I'm doing a lot better. You know what I'm saying? But even up here, we just had to check each other about don't call her bitch, don't be doing. You know what I'm saying? Because look, the shit still slips sometimes. We still growing. We ain't even at the 30 mark. You know what I'm saying? So there's a certain level that we still haven't really surpassed yet. You know what I'm saying? That we're still trying to attain that level of wisdom, that level of experience, that level of, you know, grace, you know, and maturity. We haven't all the way got there. Although we have an idea of it, we know the look, we have certain key tools and knowledge that we've attained that will help us grow and get there. We're still growing to get there. So it's like, I'm not about to sit up here and say, yeah, I'm auntie. And then, you know, next one I'm saying, bitch, you got me fucked up. Yeah. That's not something my auntie would say to me. You know what I'm saying? I would give you more grace. I wouldn't even want to have that sort of interaction back and forth with you. And to a degree, we have that. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things that we're not going to do, certain things we're not going to attain, certain back and forths. We're not going to be able to hear internet beefing with niggas like that. We're going to say before we got to say that's going to be it. You see us. It is what it is. Yeah. It is what it is. You know, I'm not about to back and forth. We're not doing that. You know what I'm saying? So it's certain things we don't want to have. Certain things that we're not going to be, you know what I'm saying? We're not going to pertain. We're not going to indulge in, but also we're still growing. We're still getting there. Yeah. Chrissy, you 54. Ain't no way in the hell your ass still growing. Ain't no way in the fuck your ass is still getting there, baby. And if you are, that's sad. It's sad as hell. That's insane. That might be why you still with that nigga that ain't married your ass. I'm just saying. Yeah, because that don't make that was just like, come on, girl. That's it. No. If she calling you auntie, you should have took that compliment. Exactly. It's just honestly that just reminded me to think of how Krishan Rock reacted to Auntie Tia, to Yachty T. And honestly, I forgot about that. And I feel like honestly that was a little bit more biased. Like I don't agree with how Krishan responded at all. However, but I do think that it's a little more understandable because Tia also plays into the narrative that we're talking about of her trying to stay in this loop of being young and being in the inner circles of being lit. You know what I'm saying? Because of how she act. Like she's funny as hell. Don't get me wrong, but she is a little bit immature for her stature. You know what I'm saying? Like usually grown women that don't really act like her. You know what I'm saying? On the internet popping ass and doing all types of cigarettes. Doing a lot. You know what I'm saying? She be doing a lot. So I could get why Krishan might have got defensive about her criticism about her because she like, well damn, you talking about me, look at you. You know what I'm saying? That's a fact, and girl, look at you.
Yeah, yo, but y'all have, to give these younger women something else to look up to.
Yeah.
Y'all can't just be like us and be competing with us and try to be in the same circles with us and then try to be auntie one day because you feel like you on a high horse.
Yeah, it's like, nah, baby, then you're going to end up with the disrespect. And don't get surprised when it just, because you want to get treated like a peer, I'm going to treat you like a peer, and you can't pick and choose how you get treated like a peer.
Yeah.
You're going to get treated like how I treat the rest of my fucking peers, regardless.
Yeah.
Even if I am a little bit more self-aware about it because you're a little older, I'm still like, it is what it is. And some of these young joints, hey, look, some of these young bitches, wow. They'll fight your stupid ass. They'll fuck your old ass up.
They will. They ain't got no damn whole training.
I'm just saying. Yeah. Some of them, and they got big. You ain't even talking about the ones with mommy issues, the ones that ain't have they wasn't close to no mothers and ain't got no sisters. Yeah. They don't give a fuck. They will fuck your ass up with the swiftness and don't even do all that motherfucking talk.
Krishan already said she trying to wind it up.
Hey, look. There you go. And I believe it. I completely believe that she would get around Tia, and if Tia mouth get too crazy, she
probably would swing.
Still on her ass.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But that's something that you have to be aware of. You have to fucking, you know what I'm saying? You have to have that level of respect. You have to attain that level of respect, man. For yourself.
D. Boyley said, Jim still move like a youngin', so I'm not surprised she moved like that. That's a fact. That's why didn't I just say something about him laughing like that?
Yeah.
She don't play.
Like, nigga, what? You should be like, baby, look, nah, that's respect. I'm you auntie.
Come on.
That should have been it. Yeah, but
we ain't no youngins. That's what you should have said. We some OGs, we ain't no youngins, yeah, you auntie.
Shout out to Shahrazad Ali. She said the black man is the first problem, though, so you already know that Jim Jones got some issues. For sure. You already know. Yeah, egregious. Now, but that did just make me think of this other clip I just seen on TikTok. I don't know if you've seen this, but I seen this on TikTok and it was talking about this young this girl is talking about, I don't know what podcast this is, but she's talking about, what is this? So Tell Me This Pod. Shout out to them, but I think she brings up a very good conversation right here. I'm not gonna even explain it. I'm gonna just play it.
You said about me being able to like date under your roof. A lot of black girls specifically talk about that now as adults, and how like people will say like black women need to choose better men, black women need to da-da-da-da. And they were like, you don't realize that a lot of us were never allowed to date under our parents' roofs in the first place. Was always looked at it, and you don't need to be looking at the boys and don't be fast and da-da-da. And by the time they leave their parents' house, that's when they get to date under no like advice, like wise counsel, like whatever. So they're like, so yeah, a lot of us are lost because our parents never let us any of that.
And you know
to begin
what?
with.
And
I'm
I'm
like,
what you're saying is just so deep. I just think about
that you did.
Yeah.
So is that her? They mother and daughter?
I have no idea.
Oh, she said I'm thankful.
Parents' roofs in the.
I'm not sure, but maybe I didn't peep that at then. But yeah. But I think that's a very good point for young black girls and how we interact with men. You know what I'm saying? I think that's something that's been missing from the conversation, specifically within like the red pill realm. And even some of these dating spaces in general, is that a lot of us were not given the space to date inside the home. You know what I'm saying? And if we did, a lot of us had to wait until we were senior year. I didn't have my first real boyfriend until senior year of fucking high school. That's the one that met I'm talking about the one that met my parents, the one that took me to prom, the one that took me on my first date. You know what I'm saying? And shit like that. They came and picked me up. And to be my high school sweetheart, but that didn't happen until fucking 12th grade. You know, I think we talked for a little bit in 11th grade, but then we stopped, and in 12th grade we ended up actually dating and shit like that. But from fucking 11th grade to 5th grade, we weren't allowed to bring no boys around. It was supposed to be, you're not about to be talking to no boys. You had to focus on school. We had to sneak and geek. You know what I'm saying? And luckily, we weren't really fast girls. You know what I'm saying? So we weren't out here like messing with a bunch of dudes, or you know what I'm saying, having sex early and things of that nature. But we had older sisters. Number one of my older sisters definitely stepped out, you know what I'm saying, was out here dating and things of that nature, and had to suffer through things that she wouldn't have had to suffer through if she wouldn't have had to sneak around. You know what I'm saying?
She was able to date openly and bring the young man around
and get the man vetted. You know what I'm saying? Have our stepfather, because our mother was divorced and she got remarried. But if she were able to bring some of these young men around that she was dating to meet our stepfather, like, hey, my stepfather said if you're gonna take me out, you got to meet him first. You know what I'm saying? My mother said you got to meet my mother and my stepfather.
That's how it should be.
You know what I'm saying? Then there could have been things that deterred her from certain men. You know what I'm saying? It's like, nah, you don't want to stay away from. You want to stay away from him, baby. He just about da-da-da-da. You want to go with a brother that's going, you know what I'm saying, that's going to be about such and such and such. You know what I'm saying?
Out them red flags, because usually they end up being right. They always be right about our damn friends.
Yeah.
They always be right about the friends.
So it's like a lot of things could be deterred, and even on the behalf of even some young black men, because I do think young black men get that opportunity more than black girls. You know what I'm saying? They do. You know, they get the data. You know what I'm saying? That's something that they kind of want. They kind of expect the young boys to do. So it's like some of them get the ability to learn about dating.
But black people because they don't want them to be.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Yeah. But also, they get a lot of kind of benefits in learning about women earlier on than women learn about men.
They do,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot more coaching. Yeah.
So it's like I think it's something that young black girls definitely within our households as far as foundation of Black Americans, we do have to allow them to, be courted, to learn how to be courted. You know what I'm saying? It's not to say that you got to put your daughter out there just to be, you know what I'm saying, and let her do what she want to do. But it's like, yeah, if you talk to your daughter and they say, yeah, I like this little boy in my school said he liked me, he want to take me to the prom, or he said he want to go to the movies. Okay, I'm gonna meet his parents. So I want to meet the little boy, especially if they're in middle school. I want to meet his parents. We're gonna take y'all to the movie theater. We're gonna pick y'all up at this time.
Right, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Certain things like that, you can allow them to be courted under your supervision. Your supervision, yeah. Exactly, and that's how they'll know.
Being better, I think that's better.
And it does end up being better because they learn how to respect you and be more honest and transparent with you. Because like, okay, I know my mom they already know my mom think his parents is cool and think he's a good boy. Then we ain't gonna have no problems. She gonna let me go to the park with him or go get something to eat at Subway after school, or you know what I'm saying. That you'll learn how to give them more rope to give them more freedom earlier on. You know what I'm saying? They'll know how to be, and they'll understand the responsibility that comes with that. But just teaching our daughters that, hey, you don't need to be out there fucking. You better not get pregnant.
But you know what? And honestly, it's like, ironically, this even ties back into what we were talking about earlier as Black women prioritizing finances too much.
Yeah.
Financial stability too much. Mm-hmm. Because the fact that we are, if they telling you don't focus on the boys, what else they tell you focus on? The damn grades. Yep. You got to focus on them grades.
And you get a job. You get a job. Hey, I had my first job.
All my girlfriends had a job. All my girlfriends had a job as soon as they could. It was the boys that took a little time to get a job. All the girls I knew got a damn job as soon as they fucking good.
I don't know. The boys had jobs too, though. A bunch of our guy friends had jobs too before we had jobs. We didn't get jobs.
I'm thinking about girls right now.
We have jobs.
Either way, they take that focus and they put it into the books and they put it into working, and then that follows them outside of high school.
Yeah.
Now it's like, okay, well, they've picked up that a man that they want should have something. They should bring something to the table. They should be working towards something or have something going on. But now you're a little too hyper focused on it.
Yep.
It's like, maybe you 20 years old. How the hell is this nigga gonna have six figures?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Or
you got
even being green. You get to college, and a lot of these women, this is why you get the whole phases.
Yeah.
Because a lot of women go to college and you're green as hell. You know what I'm saying? You're not realizing that giving it up, to any man without any sort of commitment being brought to you, just because he took you on a nice date, or he brought you a nice pair of shoes, or he fine, or he popular, or he get a lot of women, or he, you know what I'm saying, he the football player, he might be going D1. Like, that shouldn't deter you from having certain standards when it comes to dating. But a lot of women don't learn those standards until after they go through the egregious shit. It's oh damn, now I know when a man is truly interested,
But not just only the standards, it's also your value as a woman.
Yeah.
They don't realize a lot of times it takes them going through all of those men to realize how much they devalued themselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you would have had that from the beginning, you wouldn't have even went through all those men. Or you would have, and then you wouldn't have had to really go through them. It would have just been a little talking phase and they would have been gone.
Uh-huh.
You would have recognized the red flags and they would have been gone.
Yep.
You would have had to sleep with Tom, Dick, and
men,
Harry.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? To figure out that you didn't want none of them. You wanted John. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? You didn't have to do all that. But a lot of times we lose focus and we focus on what he's bringing or what he got, and not focusing on their integrity or their non-tangibles as a man, just like your non-tangibles as a woman. That's what's going to really matter when you get inside that dating pool. Maintaining your femininity and your womanhood. You know what I'm saying? You can't just give your womb up to every
Negro that
get you a little voice.
Exactly.
You can't do that.
You can't do, man.
You can't
You
do
shouldn't.
that.
Well, you can. You can do whatever the fuck you want to do, but you shouldn't.
You should. Just like, I mean, hey, all you got to do is stay black and die. But that's another conversation.
Yeah.
We're talking about being accountable. Okay? Like, that's how you end up with 4-5 different baby daddies in your 20s. Because you think it's cute to be the hot girl popping your thought pocket. Now that's not as common because you have I don't know if you can say that up here, the A word. It's a lot more popular. The A word.
What the hell is the A word?
Start with an A, ends with shun. A shun. Shun.
Oh, okay. Unalignment. Yeah.
Unalignment, right.
Yeah.
You have a lot more of that going on now. So I think that's why you don't see it as common as, as many girls popping out with as many babies. But it is, you know what I'm saying? Nonetheless, they're still doing the same amount of fucking damage. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. College ain't the place to learn that it goes down there. Yeah, right. Exactly. It's not.
It's not. You
should know before. You should know, at least learn some of the basics or the cornerstones, the foundations.
Yeah.
Of dating. You know what I'm saying? Certain things should already be instilled in you. Certain standards and, you know what I'm saying, ways of going about things should already be instilled in you as a young woman before you get thrown to the sharks. You know, because even if it's not college, some people go to community college, some people don't go to college. But when you get around grown people, when you start going to, I remember when I first had my first job at Fridays, I was 18. And bruh, that was my first time being around 25-year-olds, 30-year-olds. You know what I'm saying? On a regular basis. I'm like, these motherfuckers is grown. Like, what the fuck? Niggas drinking. Niggas doing cocaine. I mean, I don't know if I can say that. Niggas doing drugs. I'm like, hey, yo, these motherfuckers is grown as shit. This is not the environment I'm used to.
It is.
But that is something that I got thrown into because I didn't really have the preparation for it. You know what I'm saying? And certain things I did have to kind of learn the hard way because it's like, damn, shit.
Yeah.
I was thought that nigga was fine. You know what I'm saying? Shit. You know what I'm saying? I didn't realize, you know, dating somebody and then the fact that these older men, because I remember I was 18, I started fucking with he was like 27, I think, at the time, or like 26, I want to say, like the first year I was working there. But I'm like, that was my first time encountering a man that was that much older than me. I only been dealing with 19, 20, maybe 21. 21 being really like the oldest because then you could get a bottle or something. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I had never really had many interactions or any interactions with older men. So as soon as I seen a fine-ass older man, I'm like, yeah. You interested in me?
As usual.
This is we like, okay, all right. This is, see what I'm saying? So certain things, you know, I had to kind of learn the hard way because it wasn't, even though, matter of fact, I did have an older sister, but she was still even learning at the time. She was still 4 or 5 years older than us. So she was still 3. My bad, she was 3 years older than us. So she's still going through shit. You know what I'm saying? So I'm listening to her, but I'm also like, well, I want to dip my own feet in the water. You know what I'm saying? I want to, I hear you, sis, but hey, I'm trying to dive in. You feel me? So, nigga,
that's because we didn't have that either. You know what I'm saying? Our parents made the same mistake as most parents with us. And then let us date till, like she said, we was like, junior year of high school.
Yeah, that is.
Even though we had both been dating since like middle school.
Yeah, we was already interested in boys and had little boyfriends here and there, had our first kiss. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know,
things had already happened.
And we probably, if we were able to be more transparent about those things at the time they were happening, then we probably wouldn't have had those same experiences or the bad experiences we did have in high school and after. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I do have y'all don't know, but I do have a son and a daughter, and it's like, damn, I'm definitely not looking forward to that shit. But whole other school problem. But it is something that I am learning. Like even with my older nieces that I have, you know what I'm saying? It is something that I'm learning now that damn, you know, that whole don't look at boys got what you call it. It's only gonna last so long. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
They're going to experience them. It's going to happen.
And realistically, it hurts them more than it helps at a certain point. Yeah. You trying to keep them away from something that's naturally you want. They're going to have to gravitate to. Yeah. That's life. They're going to find a life partner. They're going to be attracted to somebody. They're going to go through hormones. They're going to go through puberty. It's going to happen. Yeah. So for me, just to sit up here and tell you to ignore your whole fucking body chemistry, it doesn't make sense. It's illogical.
They got to go through puberty, man. They got to. What it is. And even just seeing like my niece, my nephew, I know one thing that I do like that our older sister is doing. Like he is very like into like courthood or like being a gentleman. You know what I'm saying? He'll hold doors. He knows that like you're a girl. No, you're not gonna do that. I'm gonna do that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He'll fake propose and stuff like that. Like you know, so he's into that. And the little girls in his class love him. You know what I'm saying? But it's like the fact that he kind of picks that up from his parents, you know what I'm saying? And the fact that they instill that in him, like, make sure you're a gentleman, make sure that you know what I'm saying, you treat a woman like this, you know what I'm saying? You treat your mom, you honor your mom, you know what I'm saying? So you know how to honor your woman, you know how to, you know, certain things like that are going to be instilled with him in a young age. So when he gets older, I know he's going to be married. Like, for the little boy only 5. I know for a fact his little ass going to go find a wife.
He's going to be a romantic.
He's definitely going to go find a wife.
Lucky woman.
She's going to be a wife. He's going to be a big romantic. He's going to be a gentleman. He's going to, you know what I'm saying? There's going to be certain things he's going to already know on how to deal within relationships or dealing with women because he's already there. He's already in practice of that on such a low level.
That's
you know?
A fact. Yeah.
So those are things I think that is healthy steps you take to, you know, to prepare your children for dating. Shit is real out here in these streets, man.
You should. And I think that's something that parents, we miss because there's so many other things you have to pay your kids for.
Yeah, it is.
You know what I'm saying?
Especially
Like,
as Black Americans, man.
Especially as
black people, period. But Black Americans, yeah.
You know, it's so many things that I want my children to know. It's like, you gotta know this, you gotta know this, you gotta know this, you gotta know this. So when that time comes, because you don't really deal with dating or relationships really in depth until they get a little bit older. But keeping that in mind when they're young at this age and planting seeds in them now. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, damn, it's something you have to kind of be intentional about.
Yeah, you do. You got to be intentional about it, man. Ain't that the truth? I didn't care what to tell my daughter. I'm scared.
Brother, I'm scared too.
I feel you. We all be scared. I'm scared. I ain't got no kids, man. I'm scared of my nieces and nephews. I feel it. It's a scary playing field, but it's better that you send them out prepared than not.
You do, you know, and I had watched. I said that to you. I don't know if you watched it, but I was watching Kirk Franklin's podcast that he did.
Oh yeah, I seen that. Well, I didn't watch it, but I seen you sent it to me.
Yeah, from some he did a podcast with or just like a round table talk basically with DC Young Fly Lou, Young Country Wayne, and the Bell. You know, and they were talking about fatherhood and stuff like that. But the point is, they were talking about. It was one point where he was talking about how. You know, fathers, like they're basically like their fear in, you know, in protecting their kids. You know what I'm saying? Make sure their kids are safe and make sure, you know, trying to, stay in control.
Right.
And just knowing that they can't control everything and knowing that they have to send their kids out and they have to, prepare them. And how do they know that how do they know that they prepared them to the best of their ability, sending them out into the world?
Exactly.
And I think it was Kurt Franklin who said it. It was like, you have to just take your wins even if they're wounded. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was very profound for him to say that.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just have to go over that finish line with a broken leg. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm saying, the point I'm making is that connecting it to your daughter, there's no way to really give you a confirmation that you've prepared her for what the world will bring her. You know what I'm saying?
Until you see the results.
But you have to walk in faith, and you have to do the best of what you can do in your capacity. Yeah. That's all you can really do. Yeah. And after that, you just gonna have to wash your hands with it. Yeah. And take it how it comes. But if you know the people who really, you know what I'm saying, not even who's scared, but the people who really have something to worry about is people who's not putting that time into their kids. But if that's something that you're worried about, something that you're intentionally, I promise you're probably doing the right fucking thing, man. Yeah. Keep doing what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? But because there's no way to tell. You know what I'm saying? You have to just. I mean, there are certain telltale signs to know that your child is misguided in certain areas. Yeah. But as far as being prepared, for dating in general, they got to step out there. All you can do is prepare them with the precautions that you already have. You know what I'm saying?
It is what it is.
I just got cool letting her know.
Letting her go
to her grandma's house by herself. If so, 10 years, Lord help, I'm dead. Oh yeah. I still got a problem letting my kids go places.
I'm kind of in agreement with that. Make sure everybody, you
can't trust everybody, even family.
Even family sometimes.
We've been done in by family members. You know what I'm saying? So it's like the only family I really trust tomorrow is the one I know, like 100%. If something happened, it's probably because it was out of their control. You know what I'm saying? Like this one or any of my siblings. But outside of them, it's like, or my best friend. But outside of them, it's like, I got a bit of a side eye. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Sierra too.
Yeah, it's Sierra. You know what I'm saying?
She's a close friend too, though.
Right, exactly. We got another basically damn best friend, Sierra, and she got 3 kids too. So I know they will be in safe care with them. Her kids are good. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's scary, man. Having kids is probably one of the scariest things I ever damn did. I'm trying to tell you. It's like a fear you can't really think of. You kind of got to ignore it because you don't want that to be a fruition. You got to just have faith. You
don't want to raise kids out of fear, man.
No, you don't.
You don't, man. But we got to get the hell up off here. It's 7:32.
We actually went a little bit longer than we were supposed to.
Yeah, we did. I thought they been tripping. What's tell me what time he's supposed to be going, so he still ain't say nothing. So maybe he's going a little later.
Oh, okay.
Sometimes he does that too. But
we've been up here for a good hour and a half.
It's been a little minute. Oh, hour 15, hour 13. That's not bad.
Oh, okay.
We do appreciate the chat though. Y'all some real ones for rocking with the brothers. Okay, we've been up in here for a little second chatting it up. Okay,
we appreciate you, D Bowley.
Yeah, you a real one. Engaging. We appreciate you. No bad. Yeah. W Stream, y'all take it easy. Thank you. W Stream. Hey. That's what I'm talking about.
We're gonna try to stream like I think it's supposed to be every Tuesday.
Yeah, every Tuesday. But we're trying to do it. We're trying to do it more than once a week.
Yeah, we do want to do it again.
So it might be like on a Friday too. Just bear with us. We still working out the days, but we do want to do. We are going to start. This was just kind of impromptu. But before the days we do stream, we're going to put up some promos and stuff like that. So at least like a day or day and a half before. We'll start putting more promos. We'll put up promos for when we actually go. That's why y'all got to follow us on our other social media accounts: TikTok, Instagram, YouTube.
AyeeeTwins, all AyeeTwins.
Yeah, and YouTube will have the shorter. YouTube will have the shorter form Twitch live. So Twitch the streams. We're gonna shorten it. But honestly, this is only hour 14. So I'll probably just post this one how it is on YouTube.
Yeah, this should be it. We should post this on YouTube for sure.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna just post this stream on YouTube actually.
Tapping in. Hey,
shout out to you,
Naga Jonah.
All right, yeah. Shout out to you. I don't know if you pronounce it.
I'm not pronouncing. Sorry if I did.
Shout out to y'all though. We appreciate y'all
y'all,
tuning in. We're putting the shorts up here too. We creating clips. Already got a couple clips from the first stream. I just got to shorten that to get it on YouTube, get the full one. I kind of want to put the full stream on there first before I start putting the clips up there. So because I feel like it's kind of backwards if I do it the other way around. So but yeah, same thing with this one. I think I'm gonna post this one right on YouTube. So yeah. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Y'all some real ones. All right. But other than that, yeah, follow us, everything. All of the links are floating across the bottom, or they're going to be in the description. Rock with us, okay?
Oh yeah, and follow our socials, our separate socials as well.
Oh yeah, ZZ Rants on everything.
And mine's is my shit is different. I gotta change.
You gotta change yours immediately. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Skrilla. You know what? I'll tell y'all.
Oh yeah. Follow the AyeeeTwins. You can follow her through the AyeeeTwins page. She's tagged.
I'll be up there. That's a fact.
Yeah, that's a fact. You see our Instagram, you're gonna see her Instagram on it. She's tagging all the pictures. Okay.
Yeah, I am.
And on TikTok.
I'm gonna get my handles together so all my handles are the same.
Yeah, you definitely. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You definitely got to change.
But that's because I haven't been on social
content creator. So yeah,
now I'm taking it seriously. Yeah.
She gonna change it. It'll be me something or soon. All right. But we appreciate y'all. Y'all have a wonderful night. We're gonna see y'all on the next stream.